I'm here at the Connect Arab Summit 2012 in Doha, Qatar, with Mr. Mohammed Al Ghanim, Director General of the Telecommunication Regulation Authority of the United Arab Emirates. Mr. Al Ghanim, thank you very much for being with us.
Thank you. It's a pleasure.
I'd like to ask you, why is the Connect Arab Summit important for the region?
I think it's coming up in a time where it's been a year since the Arab Springs, and technology has played a big role in that. But at the same time, Connect is a fundamental issue that all governments is concerned about in terms of making sure that access to all their citizenship is available. And today in this time of era, we are more connected to the internet than ever before. People strive to get into the information immediately. They want to book their restaurants, they want to see their flights, they want to get connected with their emails, they want to chat, they want to upload their latest pictures on Facebook or send a Twitter text and tweet about what they do in their life. To be frank with you today, our lives is so much converted into a virtual world, and this virtual world is the internet, and that's why it's important to be connected to it. Today, the word connect, if you define it with, if you see a young person and tell him if you are not connected, then he might have or say, "Oh my God, I'm not connected." He will panic because all his life is about connectivity. So, in this era, in this time, I think connection to the internet and access and connectivity to between the Arab worlds is extremely important. And don't forget one fact, and it's only one fact about this part of the region, the Arab world, that all of us speaks one language. You have more than 20 countries, they all speak one language, and a lot of them, they share similar cultures. In the GCC, the Gulf Cooperation Council, we have a lot of heritage that is very similar, and we are very close to each other. And even cultures and nations and people, they are intermarried between the different countries. It makes it even closer and closer. So, and at the same time, economically, we have very strong ties between all the GCC countries, and we have a lot of relationship with the Arab countries. But it comes into a critical stage of the Arab region where you have a lot of changes in the Arab world, and we recognize that, and it triggered through social media.
I was going to say, you mentioned the Arab Spring. How welcomed are the changes basically in ICTs? I mean, ICTs have been used very much as a tool for revolution, and obviously the Arab region varies quite tremendously in terms of its political and its economical divisions, etc. I'm just wondering, what's your take on that?
To be frank with you, people are adopting more technology, whether it's in education or health or politics or you name it. Today, for example, even in elections, you will find presidents, they tweet and they upload their latest political agenda and so on and so forth. So today, the adoption of technology with people is increasing, and it's used in every way that possible in human beings. This summit discusses this. This summit tried to bring together governments, businesses, and even civil society groups to talk and discuss on where we are. At the same time, also the same summit discusses challenges. At the same time, the summit discusses cybersecurity and the privacy of people and how we protect the nations. It's interesting because things are moving so fast, so quickly, and we have to get together and discuss it. And today, it's coming in the right time.
The Arab region is very much united by the common language, but it's also going to be now united and reunited by ICTs.
The private sector of the Arab countries are working together a lot in order to have common projects together. For example, submarine cables is right now invested by different private sectors from different Arab countries. You find, for example, satellite projects also is invested by the famous Arabsat, the famous Thuraya, and so on and so forth. You have a lot of ICT investments related businesses is today done by private sector. Private sectors from regions are actually investing in different parts of the world. The companies in the UAE, they have been investing in Saudi Arabia, Egypt, Sudan, and so on and so forth, and also vice versa in other parts of the world.
So you think that the aims of connecting the unconnected by 2015 are going to be a reality?
It will be a reality. I think we have a high penetration rate already. I think there are, of course, there is a digital gap between nations of the GCC versus some countries like Djibouti or some part of Sudan or some part of Mauritania but they are going to pick up, and I think the rate that they are going to pick up is going to be high. It's a will, and I think in this summit there has been opportunities which is presented to the private sector, and I think a lot of I've met few major companies in the summit, and they are already talking about some investments. Also, a lot of companies, they are already discussing what they want to do in trying to build up the backbone of countries like Libya or Algeria or Mauritania or so on and so forth. But at the same time, you find countries which they are already advanced into the broadband story, where you have, for example, UAE, we have 85% house run on fiber connectivity already, and we are talking about the fourth generation launch of mobile connections, and we're already talking about more adoption of technology in e-government, e-health, e-education, and so forth. We have already a very gigabit speed network connecting all the universities. So you have all these variations, but again, it's interesting time. The summit brings all this together. So from one hand, you discuss advancements and evolution. From the other hand, you discuss basic infrastructure built up and investments, which will lead to that hopefully one day.
Mr. Al Ghanim, thank you very much indeed.
You're welcome. Thank you.